This is going to be chapter 20 of United as One. He did what? Marina exclaims. Ella shrugs her shoulder and looks down at her feet. He. She hurt you, I tell Ella, my lips pursed. She just can't believe John would do something so completely stupid. Next to me, Nine winds up and kicks a big tuft of dirt out of the ground. What the hell, Six? Are we like sidekicks now or something? This is bullshit. The four of us stand in a clearing about a mile upriver from the Girl Falls. Our stolen worship is parked a few hundred years away, dwarfing the sparse trees nearby, its tank-sized exit ramp extended. I keep catching glimpses of the monstrous ship out of the corner of my eye, and every time I have to resist the urge to run for cover. Hard to believe that's ours now. Marina runs two hands through her hair. I talked to him about this, about controlling his anger. Nine chuckles. Was that before or after you tried to stab Fire in the face with an icicle? Again. After, actually, Marina replies stiffly. I thought he was managing his grief, at least, but flying off alone to do battle with another warship. My god, Six, it's suicide. I don't know, I reply. You didn't see him up there. He was pretty much unstoppable. He's not thinking, Marina says, shaking her head empathically. Part of him truly believes he can do this himself, Ella puts in. And another part of him doesn't want to see anyone else get hurt. He's convinced it will be better for everyone if he does this alone. We all fall silent for a moment, considering Ella's words. It's pretty obvious to me, at least, that she plucked those feelings right out of John's brain. No way did he confide that in her. Oh, hell with that nobility shit, Nine says. This is her word too. I'm going to beat his ass when he comes back. You realize that what he's left us is with. You realize what he's left us is a pretty big deal too, right? I asked, looking around at the others. I didn't want to spend any more time talking about John. Delivering these looking devices is going to save a lot of lives potentially. It's the key to humanity being able to win the war. Nine scoffs. Nine scoffs and walks away. Marina sighs and folds her arms across her chest, half turning to gaze out over the river. Ella just stands there, still holding on to the satellite phone that John gave her. I glanced down at their own phone and the one that Sam gave me that's hopefully emulating that cloaking device's frequency. 70% battery life. When that runs out, according to Sam, the scrappy old cell phone will forget the instructions he gave it. We better hurry up with this test. No sooner did I start to worry that we are running out of time than I hear the rumble of an engine. A jeep drives into view, bouncing over the rough terrain of the clearing. Lexa at the wheel. Lexa pulls up in front of me and gets out, the engine idling. Good timing, I tell her. The Canadians said they'd prefer if we didn't crash it, Alexa says with a shrug. They were real polite about it. It all goes well. Their car will be just fine, I reply. I notice Adam appear at the top of the warship's ramp. Rex stands behind him, more like he hides behind him, looking as timid as a mouse. I take a few steps towards the warship and wave to them. Meanwhile, Nine jogs over to my side. Is it ready? I yell, cupping my hands around my mouth. Yeah, Adam shouts back. The force field is fully functional. I squint at the warship. I can't believe I can actually see the force field from this distance. Like before, when we were flying towards it, you can't really see the dull blue energy until you're nearly right on top of it. I edged closer to the ship. Nine puts a protective hand on my upper arm. The hell are you doing? He asks. I glance down at his hand. Same question. You don't want to get too close to that shit, Nine says. I had to nurse Johnny back to health after he took a header into one of those force fields. I know what I'm doing, I reply, and shrug Nine off. I edge as close to the warship as I dare, right up until the force field becomes visible. Then, using my heel, I dig out of a line in the grass. That's our target, I say as I jog back to the others. We push the jeep past that with Sam's looking device attached. We know it works. Why bother with the car? Why not just float Sam's device through the field with her telekinesis? Marina asks. We know the Mox looking devices cover an entire vehicle, Lexus says. We don't know what Sam's has the same urge. Assuming it works at all, Nine adds. I take the flip phone and set it on the jeep's dashboard. Then I back up and look around. That's all you need to do? Marina asks with a raised eyebrow. I guess, I reply. Sam said it's just constantly sending out the cloaking frequency or the data packet or whatever the hell. Data packet, 9 groans. This is boring. You know, I'm actually hoping the jeep blows up so we can see some action. Real nice, 9, Marina says. I wave him off. Ready to push this thing? Lexa puts her hand on the back of the jeep, which she continues to idle in neutral. Ready, she says. We all stare at her, finally. 9 laughs. Oh, lady, don't push it like that, he says. Lexa stands back and the four of us, me, 9, Marina, and Ella, all concentrate on the jeep. We shove it forward with our telekinesis. It kicks up dirt and grass, the wheels spinning, moving fast. Easy, I warn the others. We don't want it to explode if it hits a force field. A real vote of confidence for your boyfriend's work, 9 mutters. I frown. It's gonna work, and even if it doesn't, at least Sam's trying to not just complaining about not getting to kill things like 9 is. I open my mouth to respond sharply, but Marina gets there first. Do you think it's just a coincidence, 9, that one of our closest allies should manifest exactly the legacy we need to fight off the Mongolian invasion? Marina shakes her head passionately. It is the will of Lorin itself that we received this gift. With that, I feel Marina increase her telekinetic push on the jeep, speeding it along at a breakneck pace towards the force field. 9 shuts up and watches with the rest of us. Hidden from the others, I cross my fingers. The jeep crosses the line I made in the dirt. Its front end heaves upward like it just hit a tremendous bump. The windshield and all its windows shatter inwards. There's a resounding magnetic hum from the force field that I can feel in my teeth. But it goes through, mostly intact. Marina and Ella let out simultaneous cries of triumph. I turn to 9 and grin. He shrugs at me. Props to Sam, he says. Adam runs down the warship ramp to examine the jeep. From the other side of the still active force field, he yells at us. It was a little rough, but it worked. Adam reaches into the jeep and pulls the cell phone off the dashboard. He tries to hold it between 2 fingers but ends up dropping it. Even from here, I can tell that the thing is smoldering. A wisp of smoke rises up from where the phone burns the grass. I think it's a one-time deal, though, Adam concludes. Better than nothing, Nan says. Excited, I take the satellite phone from Ella and dial the number for Sam's phone. Sam, I exclaim as soon as I hear his voice. Hey, he shrugs, sudden relief. We just heard. Did you guys really steal the whole warship? Never mind that, I reply. But yes, listen. Your thing, the cell phone, it worked. It blew up right after and maybe wasn't the gentlest right through the force field, but it worked. I hear a muffled cheer from Sam. He's proudly covering the receiver with his hand. It worked. My legacy worked. I hear him yell to whoever else is in the room with him. There's an immediate clamor of voices. This is amazing, Sam says, speaking to me now. I've made more since this morning just in case it paid off. The other guys here think now that we've got Earth-made technology aping the frequency, maybe it'll be easier to replicate, without using a superpower. You're a hero, Sam, I say with a grin. Next to me, 9 rolls his eyes, but he's smiling too. We are going to start delivering cloaking devices soon. Get yourself ready so we can pass it out. I will, he replies. A loud bang on his end of the phone cuts Sam off. In the background, I hear Malcolm say, What on earth was that? Sam? I ask, my brow knitting with concern. Hey, sorry, he says. Something just exploded. Probably the new kids training. Before I can respond, I hear an unmistakable popping sound from Sam's side. The noise sounds like fireworks going off in the distance, but I learned long ago what that sound really signifies. That's gunfire. And it isn't letting up. Now the voices around Sam are hushed. Everyone's listening. My grip tightens on the phone. I feel it clenching in the pit of my stomach. Sam, talk to me. Hearing the strain in my voice, the others around me stop what they're doing and draw closer. The smiles from our successful experiment with the warship will slowly fade. 6. Sam's voice is pitched just above a whisper. 6. I think we're under attack. And that's going to be the end of chapter 20. Thank you for watching.